Congratulations.
Thank you.
Such a fantastic and funny film.
Thank you.
Can you talk about what does it mean for you to get to play this character and to step into this exciting and fun adventure?
It's a dream come true. I mean, just like the movie is so much about the wish fulfillment that we all can relate to, which is to be a kid and say a magic word and then be our super self and have all the fun that comes with that. Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a superhero. I believed that I could be and that I would be. And even as an adult, I still think maybe I'll wake up and my genes have mutated and I can fly. Ever since I've been an actor, I've dreamt of being able to portray the main title character of a superhero franchise. So all of it is just wish fulfillment. It's all dream come true, bucket list stuff. And the fact that I get to use all that and just funnel it into the character, like all of that enthusiasm and all of that joy, a lot of that is just me showing the audience like this is the coolest job ever. And you know, I've been kicking around this business for a little while, and to see that the culmination of all the work that I have put in has led me now to this it's just very humbling, man. I'm just really, really grateful that Warner Brothers and New Line and David Sandberg, my awesome director, and that, you know, that they all saw in me the promise to bring this to life.
And what a fantastic performance.
Thanks.
You've always been a very big comic book reader.
Yeah.
SHAZAM was the most powerful superhero in the 40s, outselling even Superman.
Yep.
How much did you know about him? Any stories?
So I didn't really know too much about Shazam or Captain Marvel, as he's actually referred to in the comics, and certainly back in 1939 when Fawcett first introduced him to the world. I always knew about the archetype, the boy who says the magic word and becomes a superhero. But I didn't really know much more beyond that. And then, of course, when I was auditioning for the role, I started researching it much more in depth. And the deeper I dug, the more in love I fell with the character. It's just so fun. It's so fun. It's what makes it different than other superhero movies. All the other superheroes, for the most part, are adults and they're serious. And saving the world is serious business. Not that there's not a lot of funny that they pepper into these movies or these comics, but you know, when you have a 14-year-old that's got all the powers and still acts like a 14-year-old, that's just funny. That's fun, you know.
Of course. What was it like to channel that 14-year-old version of yourself?
Fun. We do. As an adult, as an adult actor, you don't ever get the opportunity to play a kid. It just doesn't. I mean, maybe in like voice acting, if you're, you know, a lot of voice actors are adults and they can voice kids. But you know, we don't look like kids anymore. How would you ever get that job? Who's writing that? So you know that we like Big from the '80s with Tom Hanks was always one of my favorite movies, and I always was so envious of him getting that because I was like, oh man, like I would love to have a job like that. But how will that come back around without everybody comparing it to Big and feeling like they're ripping it off? Or if they go and do, God forbid, a reboot, which I would boycott in the theaters. I'm like, no, it's perfect. You don't touch this. But we just kind of naturally, you can't not compare it because it's the closest other movie, you know, a kid in an adult body, but it's still a kid inside. But we got to amplify that with the superpowers, which is so much fun. Like to use your imagination to not only be a kid again, but then truly act like a kid again in all of the ways that a 14-year-old would use or abuse their superpowers was a lot of fun.
Did Billy's excitement to be a superhero ever mirror your own excitement to be on this set?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. In fact, I would say that I was probably more excited than Billy was. Because Billy, you know, it's Freddie who's really the superhero aficionado, and he would die to be a superhero, whereas Billy wasn't really tracking all that stuff and was really just trying to find his mom. Of course, after he gets the powers, he starts realizing, oh, this is super fun. But no, I was far more excited for all of this than I think Billy is to get his powers.